You know, for a movie that has a girl having powers through the Virgin Mary, this should have been a lot more interesting than they turned out. Hey everyone, it is Joshua, future filmmaker 3940 Reviews, giving you guys another review for The Unholy, the newest horror film of 2021. And not the only one I've seen. I've also seen The Dark and the Wicked, and I will try and get a review after that. If not, it will be part of a 2021 catch-up review for movies for the first half. But either way it goes, let's get into my thoughts on The Unholy. This is written for the screen and directed in directorial debut by Evan Spiliotopoulos and produced by Sam Raimi. It stars Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Cary Elwes, Aselton, and Cricket Brown. And this, of course, is based on a novel of the same name called Shrine by James Herbert. A hearing-impaired girl named Alice who has a visit from the Virgin Mary herself. She is able to hear, speak, and heal the sick people. So the word spreads around town. People from ear to ear, they come to witness her miracles. And a disgraced journalist is hoping to revive his career by visiting the small town to investigate. But terrifying stuff begins to happen all the way around, and he starts to believe if this is basically the works of the Virgin Mary or something far worse. As I said in the intro, this is a very interesting concept, but execution-wise, not the greatest. I saw the trailer for this. I said to myself, this could be a good horror movie. You have something different that has not been done before, and you have a good cast of actors. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Walking Dead, he was in Watchmen. He's a great actor all the way around. Also, Cary Elwes is great, Aselton. And then also you have this new coming actress I never heard of, Cricket Brown. So going into this, I was excited a little bit. And also because Sam Raimi was also producing, and he is currently directing Multiverse of Madness.
Kick-ass.
Which is my most anticipated Marvel Cinematic Universe project of Phase 4. I went in open-minded, and here's what I will say about the movie as far as positives goes. It does use this concept to the best of its advantage. Again, it has that idea of taking a girl who is hearing impaired, and she's able to hear and talk and then heal sick people. But also there is something bad going around it. I think that is a very interesting idea. That I think the writing for the idea is decent. I think there is a decent script here. And also, I will say the cinematography at points is very well structured. It's a very well structured, very well shot film as far as cinematography goes. Cinematography is fine. I think cinematography is gorgeous. It's very awesome. It's very cool here. Also, I will say that the acting in here is good. Jeffrey D. Morgan is great for his performance as a disgraced journalist. Aselton is great. William Sadler does a good job. I was really impressed by Cricket Brown as Alice, and I do want to see more of her in the future. Cary Elwes is also really good too, so the acting in this movie is good. Everyone does a good job for what is required and with the script that they have to work with. Also, I can say that direction is fine by Evan Spiliotopoulos. I think the direction in this movie, he does get some good scares, some good, terrifying, generally creepy moments in here. And I will say that there is a good musical score that works very well with this movie. And the sound design in this movie is pretty decent for the budget they have. Joseph Bishara's score is what really takes the cake here. His score is intense when it needs to be, and it's creepy when it needs to be. know this is a horror movie and you need explanation, but similar to last year's The Empty Man, which luckily this movie is not as bad as The Empty Man. This movie suffers way too much from having too much exposition and not enough visual storytelling. The main rule of a movie in general is that you show us what's going on. You show it, don't tell. There are two ways it can work. You can show and tell us, and you can tell us and show us, or there are two different ways to do it right. There's a good way and there is a bad way to do it. But I feel like they took the opposite way. Instead of showing us, they decided to tell us for a good majority of this movie. And this movie is not that long. It's only an hour and some odd minutes long. And for that, the exposition is fine, but it does come into the fault of the writing. I do wish the writing of this movie did have a lot more time for us to really see how this is a good thing and this is a bad thing, because the concept is fine, direction is fine. It's just the writing here, I just felt like was not particularly as strong as I felt like it should have been. Also, for a movie that's this short, there are quite a couple moments in this movie where it does become a bit boring in a lot of areas. And it's hard for you not to try and fall asleep, because I'll tell you, watching this, I was kind of dozing off watching this movie. There was no need for CGI and demons here. I feel like the demons should have been 100% practical, because practical effects in horror movies will always work over CGI. Not saying CGI is bad in horror movies. There is some good uses of CGI. In The Quiet Place with the creatures is an example. But there was really no need for CGI. And my big negative when it comes to this movie is the overuse of jump scares. We do not need all of these freaking jump scares here. Luckily, it's not as bad as some of the other horror movies with jump scares, but I felt like you needed a bit. You needed to just have one jump scare and let the rest of the movie play out as is in a different light. And I feel like with an extra rewrite and more time into the movie's length, I felt like this could have been a great horror movie. But it's okay. At least I got my first great horror movie with The Dark and the Wicked of this year. And Wrong Turn was actually pretty solid too. So, yeah. Unholy, this isn't a bad movie. I don't think this is one of the worst movies of the year, but as far as a movie with this interesting concept about being called by the Virgin Mary and having powers, I felt like this is a big waste of potential of what could have been. Again, like I said, it's not a bad movie. It isn't horrible. This is a serviceable enough horror film that gets you in and out despite it's boring, but it does suffer from a slow first act and some not good CGI here, and the writing and it could have been a little bit fixer-upper in areas. But the most valuable player here is the direction and the acting and the concept. So this is a movie I could say you could stream. You could either wait to watch this on Netflix or you could stream this. But if I had to go with one, I would say you could wait to watch this on Netflix. Again, this isn't a bad movie. It's not terrible, but it is a wasted potential. Considering the fact I had two good horror movies. The new Wrong Turn was actually pretty solid, and The Dark and the Wicked, which I thought is my favorite horror movie of the year so far. We'll see what happens with other horror movies, but this right now is the biggest letdown of the year. But it's not awful. That was my review for The Unholy. In the comment section down below, what did you guys think of The Unholy? Do you like this movie? Do you not like it? Are you somewhere in the middle? All my social media links in the description box, but down below. If you want to send money to my channel or you want some fan mail, you can do that as well. All of that good stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys keep it cool, enjoying the Epictasticness.